The severity, I mean, I know it's broken. I know it's a full break. I'm actually on my way into work right now to get it reevaluated and kind of look at some options for the future, test some things out, and see if I'll be able to play. Or, just kind of go over some things with Dane Smith and our trainers and see, what direction we want to take this in.
What's the pain threshold? How much did it hurt?
Yesterday, it was the worst thing I've ever put myself through. I surprised myself on a couple occasions. I broke the same bone in high school, so I knew what to expect, but I never, I guess, thought it was going to be that bad.
Did you take a shot? You had to have taken a shot, right? Something to dull the pain?
Just an anti-inflammatory.
That's it? Why don't you take something, I don't know, some heroin or something? I mean, take something.
They gave me a very small dosage of painkillers, and I got an anti-inflammatory shot.
Did it happen on the block punt?
Yeah, it happened on the block punt.
Can you explain, because we always try to defend Danny Smith, and some of the callers are killing him. Can you explain exactly what the breakdown was on that play?
Honestly, I haven't seen it yet. I didn't see the replay. I talked to Danny about it last night, but I believe I think it was just.
Was it a missed assignment, missed block?
Yeah, I believe it was just a missed assignment. But I don't know for sure yet. When I get in, I'm going to watch the film after I talk to everybody.
What happens?
Talking to Nick Sundberg, long snapper. So when they block the punt, you break your arm. When does it happen? How much pain did you feel immediately? And is that why you don't really know what the hell happened on that play?
That was one of the reasons, yeah. I think it was more adrenaline than anything when it happened, because I knew the feeling of I broke the same arm before, so I knew exactly what had happened right when it happened. So I was more pissed off than anything because I knew I just broke my arm. I'm like, well, this really sucks, Am I going to be able to go back in? I don't know. I got to test some things out, and I was really, really upset. So I think the shock that I had just broken my arm and the adrenaline racing was covering up the pain at that point. When that went away and it kind of set in, it was definitely pretty awful. But I was just happy that we were able to fight. That I was able to fight through it and deal with it. Just keep telling myself that it didn't hurt, and we were able to get the W.
Nick, can you kind of walk us through this? None of us, we never played football at anything close to that level. When you're at the line of scrimmage there on special teams, okay, you're the long snapper. I'm assuming you're one of the key guys, pointing out guys. What happens? When you approach the line? I don't know. What do they normally rush? 8 or 9 guys? If they're rushing 10, how do you account for each person? Who's accounting for who? How do you guys know your blocking assignments are straight before you snap the ball? Walk us through that.
All right, well, it's pretty universal across the league how everybody blocks. So I don't think I'm really giving anything away by saying this. But usually you have 6 to 8 guys, depending on if your gunners are doubled or not. If your gunners are doubled, then you got 6 in the box. If they're not doubled, if they're just singled up, you've got a full 8 guys. If they bring in the jammers, you've got 10. So we have to bring in our gunners to make sure we have enough guys to block everybody. It's pretty simple. There are 10 of us, 10 of them. Everybody takes a guy.
Who calls it out? Are you screaming?
No. Our PP reads out. He makes all the calls. Last year it was DY. But
did he make the call? Did you hear him make the call?
Yeah, I heard him make the call.
Nick, how many snaps did you make with the broken arm yesterday?
I believe it was 8.
Oh my God!
Because we had that one punt twice.
Right. That one where Sav dropped it, was that a bad snap or
I don't know. I've heard mixed reviews. I'm sure when I go back and look at it, to my standards, yeah, I'm sure it'll be an awful.
Blame it on the punter. Always blame it on the punter. All right, never take the blame.
If you know that, but things, everything rolls downhill, and I'm a little bit lower on the, usually everything gets blamed on me.
Yeah, you are lower on the totem pole, and the top of the totem pole is RG3, and I want to get your perspective as a teammate. We were kind of kicking it around earlier, and I just get the vibe RG3, from the way he talks, from the moment he was drafted, it just seems like even though this is a higher level, he's ready for it. Kind of like LeBron when he joined the NBA. What was he like during the game? Were you amazed by his performance, or did you expect it?
I mean, it's tough to say you expected it. I mean, he had such a great day. I was very impressed by him yesterday. I grabbed him at one point. I think it was in the third quarter. We just had another field goal, and I grabbed him. I was like, Robert, do me a favor. Let's not punt anymore.
Right.
He's like, what do you mean? Like, dude, my arm hurts so bad I don't want to go back out there for punt. Let's just kick more field goals. It's like, all right, I'll do what I can. He just kind of laughed. We laughed about it, and then we moved on. I think it's one of those things like his composure the entire game just impressed me. Like I didn't expect it. You don't expect it out of a rookie. You expect some sort of mistake at some point, and I thought he played an awesome game.
If you couldn't have gone the rest of the game, who would have been the backup long snapper?
Will Montgomery.
Oh, okay.
How's he trifling, huh?
That's why he's the backup.
It would have been interesting.
It would have been interesting, right?
I jocked you and said you're one of the best I remember having a conversation with you at Cooley's house, and you were giving me all these stats about your snap. Talk about quickly about how you guys are graded and how confident you are in your ability.
How long snappers are graded?
Yes.
Yeah.
Speed, accuracy, ability to block. I guess at the end of the day, you could look at tackles. I'm extremely confident in my abilities. I don't think there's anybody in the world better than I am. But I feel like, you have to feel that way, especially as a specialist. If you don't have confidence in yourself, then you're going to fail. I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't believe in yourself, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But I mean, and token, I'll line up against anybody, and I'll in front of anybody, and I'll outsnap. I've got no problem with that. So I guess you could say I'm very confident in my abilities.
That's good. That's good.
All right, Nick. Well, best of luck.
Thank you,
Talk to your
buddy.
agent. Make sure you don't get cut today or anything like
They
that.
can't cut him. What are you
Nice.
talking about?
That's nice.
He's hurt. They're not going to. What are you
Well, they
talking
can put him
about?
on some list, whatever the heck happens.
Yeah, put him on the list. Warrior list. That's the list he deserves. That's what Shandy said. That's where he belongs.
Congrats, Nick. Great game. Hang in there, buddy. I want to see you out there as soon as possible.
All right, thanks, guys. Hey, real quick, just want to plug my show real quick. Got a new podcast and show going on. It's Sports Evolution Radio. You can check us out on Facebook at Sports Evolution Radio and on Twitter at Sports Evo Radio.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very cool. That's
Thanks, Nick.
Sundberg,
Appreciate it,
long
pal.
snapper
Good luck.
for the Washington Redskins. Broke his arm in the game. When we come back, we'll talk to a former Redskins quarterback who's now a